we're going to the musical side of the world, right?
Yes.
We have heavenly harmonics here, and this is Wendy, and Wendy does the stars by music.
Yes, I
Did
do.
I say it right?
Yeah, it's sort of like that. Basically, because planets are moving, they have frequency.
Okay.
And because they have frequencies, a mathematical term for musical tones.
So you're an astrologer.
Right, right.
Ah, okay. So
Right.
how does this all work together?
Well, what happened was, I was in my kitchen one day, and I was studying music, and I was also studying astrology. And I found that there was a relationship between every other note on the keyboard being harmonic. And there's the same relationship with the planets. Every other sign in the zodiac was harmonic.
So you're saying to me that each planet has a tune?
Yeah, they actually have two. They have one tone for the orbit and one tone for the spin. The planets do. So I was sitting in my kitchen and I said, it would be so cool to take the placement of somebody's planets on the moment of their birth and actually compose a song out of it. And that's what I did. It took me a year and a half.
Wouldn't it sound kind of funny?
It would if you used the houses. So I didn't use the houses. And it doesn't sound funny. It's actually very beautiful.
All right, now, what you hear, this is called heavenly
Harmonics. Your heavenly harmonics.
Now, you made a tune out of my astrology.
Yes. Yes, I composed it from your natal chart, which is basically just a picture of where all the planets are.
What does it sound like?
It's very soothing. It's a meditational piece. It's 9 minutes and 33 seconds long.
Now, this is, and it says, don't play while driving.
Do not play while driving. Music is a very powerful energy that can change the states of consciousness in a listener.
Instead of reading an astrology to me, you want me to listen to the music.
Yeah, the music actually resembles your personality.
What kind of music is it?
It's meditational. It's very nice.
Is it
Your music,
showbizy or what?
your music was intense.
My music
Your
is intense?
music was intense. Yeah, everybody's is different, and I can explain that. It's really not that difficult.
But then you must have some kind of a computer program that...
No, I compose
You do it by
everything
hand?
by hand. Each one of them is hand recorded.
And then you go to a keyboard and,
Yes.
and play it?
Yep, each one of them.
Oh, how
Custom
many of these
composed.
How many have you done?
I have done a lot of them. I would say close to 100 now over the past couple of years. Yeah.
There's no
for different
lyrics
people.
on there.
No, there's no lyrics.
So how do I hear your dissertation on stars?
Okay, music,
Yeah,
okay, is a language.
true.
Whether you have an instrumental or whether you have lyrics. Lyrics obviously tell the story.
Right.
But even this song, everybody knows what it is. Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. That's a classical
my
piece.
tune?
And no, that's not your tune. Your tune is intense, like I said. You have a lot of fire in your chart, which is good. Gives you ambition.
But you don't do a reading for me then? per
Yes,
se.
I gave you a reading too. You have a whole reading in here.
okay.
You have 23 pages of an astrological planetary report, personality report.
23 pages?
23 pages, yeah. You'll have fun reading that tonight.
All right. So where are you going to go with this? What's the whole concept?
Well, the whole concept. Well-
I mean, now people seek you out and say, I want my musical tune?
Yeah, they want to know what they what they sound like, what their planets were singing on the moment of their birth.
doing this or what?
I played every single part. There's 7 different tracks on that.
What is your background? Music?
My background, yeah, I kind of come from a family of musicians.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but I like to read, I like to study,
All right.
and the astrology just kind of happened. I was 21,
Yeah.
and I had started my carpet cleaning business, and I ran into the astrologer
Your
for
what
president.
business?
I have a carpet cleaning business. I do that too. And I freelance write.
No, somehow you got to pay the rent. I understand.
Right.
All right. So and then you eventually just grew into this concept.
Yeah, I mean, the astrology was really strange because this astrologer was the personal astrologer to President Reagan. And when I went to her house,
to his
well, to Nancy,
right.
and she said, that red phone over there is where they call me. I was in her house. I was demonstrating my carpet cleaning. And she was right on the money with me. You know, she knew right away I was a Sagittarius. And I was like, how could she know all this? You know, so my interest in astrology had happened then. But then, I would say 20 years later,
You moved up to this.
I decided to take an astrology course. And then I had taken up music at the same time. You know, I was studying piano. I played the flute when I was a kid. So I was learning that, and then I was sitting in my kitchen one day, and I said, wouldn't it be cool to take the placement of somebody's planets on the moment of their birth and actually compose a song out of it? Now, what's neat about the whole thing is that your planetary placement is very special to you. No one else can have the same
What
same
planet am I
planetary
on?
placement. Earth right now.
Oh, thank
Earth
you. Just
in
want to
New
make sure
York.
I'm in the same place. Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, in order for someone to have the same music as you or the same placement of the planets, they'd have to be born from a different mother in the same hospital at the same minute. Otherwise, it
understand,
takes
I understand.
4,000
Yeah.
years for the planets to line back up again and be in your spot. So I knew this before I even started this whole musical venture. I knew it. So I knew it was going to be. There's three parts to the song. Okay, the first part is it tells a story of your physical and spiritual existence. The first part of the song is all the planets, starting with the sun, which is not really a planet, it's a star, going all the way to Pluto, and they play their musical tones, their orbit and their spin. Okay, then the second part of the song, okay, is the
You really thought this?
oh, I thought this out. This took me a year and a half to
Wow.
compose. There's a lot to it. And there's a lot of spiritual hidden meanings behind the music, which I'll explain to you in just a second. The second part of your song is the conception. We all come into the world through a womb.
Correct.
So what are the sounds that a fetus would hear? They hear water sounds, they hear their mother's heartbeat.
Somebody screaming?
Yeah, well, I don't have any screaming in there. I have a couple of wind chimes to break up negative energy.
Oh, wind chimes. Okay,
Wind chimes,
We'll
well,
change that. Okay. go
Wind
ahead.
chimes are good for meditation.
Oh, okay.
They break up the negative energy, and it's good stuff. So that's the second
It's
part.
a good concept.
Okay.
It's a very good concept.
Then, when you're born,
Yeah.
bam, that's when your personal melody kicks in. And your personal melody is played 3 times forward and then 3 times backwards to simulate retrograde of the planets, because planets always look like they're going backwards in the sky sometime in our life. Mercury does it 4 times a year, and it messes up communications on the Earth.
So now, how
sure.
does one get one of these, and how does it all
Really
work?
simple. They can go to the website
Okay.
and order it,
The
which is
website is?
heavenlyharmonics.net.
And then what do you do?
Oh, you just fill out the order form. I just need your birth information. Actually, it's really strange because I didn't even discover that people actually resemble their musical melodies. It was
Really?
it was my professor that was teaching me piano, and the first one that I did was my significant other, my producer, Charlie Magos, and when she started playing it, she stopped in the middle of the whole song. First, she was playing the first part, the planets, and she stopped in the middle of Jupiter, and she just looked at me. Wendy, God is an awesome musician. This is beautiful, is what she said. And then she started playing Charlie's personal melody, and she stopped again, and she said, Wendy, this music resembles him. I go, I don't know what you mean. She explained to me,
So she
music
saw-
is
she
a
saw the
language.
visualization of it.
She actually heard his
okay.
personality coming through in the musical sentence in the 5 stances.
So what kind of reviews do you get when you did over 100 of these already?
Oh, I've had people cry when they listen to their music because it touches them. It touches their heart.
Yeah.
I've had people thank me. It's just
Endless, endless.
Yeah.
How much you charge for the service?
this is $49.95 for the report and the music.
And you just mail it right off
And I
to
mail
them,
it right
or
off to them.
and see. Okay.
Yep. Each one is personalized, and of course you get a little letter here that explains what your heavenly harmonics is. So when you're listening to it, you know what you're hearing, and you know when your personal melody
Now,
kicks
do
in.
you keep a file of each one of these
Yes.
people's music in case they lose
Yes.
or want copies or whatever the
Yes.
case may be?
Every single one of these recordings is saved in a computer.
You stored it.
Yep, they're all stored. So if somebody did lose it and they wanted another one,
Yeah,
it would
so
be
you-
simple
yeah.
just for us to go in
Have you
there.
ever done twins?
No, I haven't.
That would be interesting to see
Yes.
how that would turn out.
Yeah, twins, because they're born usually 5 or 10 minutes apart,
Yeah.
there would only be one musical tone that would be different, and that would be probably the rising sign. Where,
really?
yeah, the
Now, if I
rising
called
sign.
you up and said, I like it having country western style, can you do that?
No,
Okay, it's heavenlyharmonics.net. And right after this interview, I'm going to play a chunk of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should.
For the audience to see how it works. I thank you
Yeah.
for coming.
Thank
so
you.
It's heavenlyharmonics.com, and it's Wendy.
.net.
Oh, I'm saying .net. I'm so used to saying that. Heavenlyharmonics.net.
.net.
Okay. And it's Wendy. Say your last name.
Wendy Lou, just Wendy
Wendy
Lou.
Lou? Okay.
That's my stage name. I'm also a talk show host back in Port Jervis, so.
I thought you did country western music.
Yeah, I do country western music. I have a talk show
Really?
called
Do you have
Exploring
a
Your
video of
World.
you doing country western?
Yes, I do at home. I could have
Really?
brought it down.
Oh, I would love to put that. I'd love to put that on there. It's always so much fun. I thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
now let's hear my heavenly harmonics.